Cook, eat, relax with me, Josie Fletcher. Today I'm making roasted butternut squash and vegetable soup. This really is winter warming at its best. We're going to use loads of lovely winter vegetables. We're going to have wonderful flavours. It takes a little bit of effort at the start to do your chopping, but once you've done all of that, you leave it bubbling and roasting and you can walk away. And if you want to, you can roast a little extra squash and use it for the butternut squash risotto the next day. Start by peeling your squash and taking the seeds out, then chop into a nice 1-inch chunk and put into your baking tray. Now peel and chunk your onions into a similar size and add them to the tray. Peel your garlic and throw that into the tray along with a good amount of salt and pepper and 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Mix it all together and roast in the oven for 40 minutes, turning halfway through. Your veg should be nice and tinged at the edge when it's ready. Top with some rosemary and we're good to go. Add 1 tablespoon of olive oil to your pan, along with your diced carrot and swede, and a pinch of salt and a good grind of pepper. Now we're adding salt and pepper to this as we go along to layer the flavours. So I know we've added salt and pepper to the squash, we're adding salt and pepper to this, so you can taste it throughout the whole thing. Then we'll give it a little bit of a stir and leave that to cook for about 2 minutes before adding the stock. Let that simmer away for 30 minutes until your squash is ready. All the hard work's done now, so you can relax for a bit. So my veg has been boiling for 30 minutes. We're going to add the butternut squash, the roasted butternut squash to it now. Now what I have done is roasted a little extra and then I'm going to cook the butternut squash risotto with the extra butternut squash, so you don't have to roast that another day if you want to make the risotto. So it's kind of doing 2 meals in one hit really. I'm putting it all in. Rosemary, take out the hard stalks, but get everything in. You want all bits like this. That's all flavour. So don't think, oh that's burnt, I've got to leave that out. Get it all in. That's the whole point of getting it roasted in the oven. You want it to have a really nice colour. All these bits, everything, that's all flavour. And then what we want to do is let the roasted squash, the vegetables and the stock get to know each other a little bit. So we're going to leave that to boil away for 10 minutes. Then we're going to add the milk and blend it. When you've finished, serve with a nice little drizzle of double cream. Snip over some fresh chives. Absolutely beautiful winter warming dish. Pleases everybody. Serve this as a starter with some fresh croutons, or you could fry up a little chopped bacon and sprinkle over the top to please the meat eaters. This freezes really well, and most importantly you can heat it up from frozen, so it's a really great standby for those winter nights. Right, we're going to knock up a really quick roasted squash risotto with the leftover squash that we used from the soup. We've got some garlic frying in the pan here, and a little bit of olive oil. We're going to add some risotto rice straight to the garlic and give it a little mix round. This is so quick and so simple. If you're making the roasted squash soup, make sure you roast a little extra to use the next day for this really, really easy recipe. We're going to let each grain of rice get coated in the oil, and then we're going to add a pinch of salt. What you could do if you wanted to really jazz it up is add a little bit of chilli as well to this. Give it a nice bit of heat. Once all the rice is coated in the oil, we're going to start adding our stock, and there's really not much more to do other than stock and stir. Add it 100 ml at a time, okay? That's a good way to start. Let all of the liquid soak into the rice. It won't take long. Just keep moving it around the pan from time to time. As you move the rice around the pan, you're knocking out the starch from the rice. So this is what's going to build that really luxurious creamy sauce. So you don't actually need to use any cream or any cream cheese or anything like that to make that really lovely creamy texture. That's what the risotto rice is all about. But just keep moving it around the pan. Okay, you can see that's really quickly absorbed all the liquid. So I'm going to add another 100 ml of hot stock. And stir. And I'm going to keep doing this until I've used all my stock and the rice is just perfect, exactly how I want it. Al dente with a little bit of bite and loads of creamy, unctuous flavour. When you've added your last 100 ml of stock to your pan, add your butternut squash, let it warm through and keep stirring until all the stock's absorbed into the rice. Drizzle in 1 tablespoon of balsamic vinegar. And this is just going to cut through the creaminess of the rice and give it a bit of oomph. Mix it in, serve in your bowl and top with some parsley and some grated parmesan if you like. But if, like me, you want to keep it simple, leave it like that and dig in.